Hey kids, Slacker Kite here. Welcome back to the What Are We Fighting For? Today we're playing The Legend of Zelda, and we have the regular gang with us. You want to introduce yourself?
Sink,
No.
sink.
Tis in forsooth. Because no one fucking tells me how to talk autocorrect.
We're not syncing
Barely
today,
and
apparently,
false.
and we're also not going to say who we are.
No, we're not. Because by
Fine.
now, you should.
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I'm TV Dinner. These are some people. Here is a two-dimensional screen with some representative characters on it.
And
There.
Ruppy.
And a Ruppy.
And the-
Yes, Ruppy.
And the 47 Sephiroth say hi.
Except for Sephiroth 9, who's just a total fucking drama queen.
I'm hoping...
He needs to cut his shit. I don't appreciate the passive-aggressive tweets that I'm getting from him.
Do you like how he's using hashtags that he knows you look at?
Oh
Even
yeah,
though-
and it's incredibly rude. You know, I check to get, you know, have conversations and debates, not to get called a thundercunt by one of your Sephiroths.
Look, if I could control these Sephiroths, I would do so. But I mean, they're so unwieldy. I mean, hopefully the Parliament of Sephiroth will be put in place. Are you serious? Did you seriously put in butt?
Maybe.
Really? Really?
Why not? What's wrong with that?
The Legend of Bud.
No,
No?
it's butt to the past.
Oh. Welcome to
I'm
the
pretty
What Are We
sure more
Fighting
butt
For?
doesn't give you
Well,
that-
we're 9.
More Bud doesn't give you that special second quest, I'm pretty sure.
I don't
Or-
see what's
oh.
wrong with my naming pattern.
Oh, more butt gives you the second special quest. The quest for the untossed sound.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, person who entered butt into a game meant for children. Did I offend you somehow?
Yes.
Well, you can ride the 905 train to Fucktown, passing through I Don't Give a Shit Canyon. How about that?
I can.
That's where he is right now.
Is this the I Don't Give a Shit Canyon?
Yes, it is.
Isn't that what the South is?
They've really renovated.
So this is The Legend of Zelda, and I've knocked myself into a shop.
Hooray!
For those who've never played the original Legend of Zelda, this is actually
What
one
is
of the
wrong?
most influential games to come from the original Nintendo.
Hold on. Can I quote you real quick? For those who haven't played the original Zelda?
Do you know how many, 13-year-olds there are who have never touched this game?
I happen to have an exhaustive list of 13-year-olds living on the planet currently, yes.
Okay, good.
And I would also like you to compare this list to the number of fucks I give.
Actually, hold on. We're going to make this multiple choice, Wheatley Kite.
Mm.
The number of fucks that Josh gives is A, none,
Mm.
B, the government,
Mm.
C, the capital of Iowa,
Mm.
D, all of the above.
I'm going to go with the government. That's a good round number.
We're gonna check with Josh. Josh, do you give the government amount of fucks?
Well, it's close enough for government work.
Ooh,
I'm sorry,
Did you
can we
make a
start over?
pun? Did you just make a pun off a turn of phrase?
I feel dirty.
Yeah, because I think, Holmes, that's pistols at 10 paces.
Well, game's afoot.
I'm gonna just tip
The
my fedora and
Nintendo
get the fuck
games
out of here.
afoot?
Indeed.
No, I've had somebody tell me that this game is unplayable and that,
What?
Yeah, I've had several people tell me that this game is too old, therefore it makes it unplayable.
No, because something like 1942 was really easy to play, right? Get the fuck out of here.
Hold on, wait, why are we picking on 1942 now?
No, it's just like, how can they say that this game was unplayable just because of the dungeons and you had to look for them? And it takes work. Like, what was he?
You don't have a
Yeah, hold on. Before we get upset, what was their argument? I mean, that's not like the fact that the game is
That's
old.
my question. Like,
That
Yeah,
the game
like
is
the-
very obtuse
no please.
and difficult.
Okay, obtuse is an exceptionally relative term. Like, like, is this obtuse compared to, like, Myst? Or is it... Because this is definitely, compared to the Neverhood, this is a fucking walk in the park.
This is very true. The Neverhood is one of those.
Oh, yeah, this is pretty straightforward if you compare it to that.
By the way, thanks for joining us here on the What Are We Fighting For? For our playthrough of the Clayman Wall, we're going to start here pretty soon. Full transcription or your money back, payable through Slacker Cut.
You know, that's actually been translated now into several languages.
We're going to say them all.
By the
we're
way,
going to celebrate with our Deadly Towers playthrough complete.
I was about to say, it'll happen directly after we do our Deadly Towers playthrough.
Well, I was thinking of putting it after our Desert Bus challenge.
Somebody else already has the rights to that, sir. Don't want to steal your thunder. Loading ready, run.
Don't care. But I dare say this is one of my favorite games of all goddamn time.
What?
This is one of my favorite games of all goddamn time, and I could play this game a million times over. I had thought about uploading a previous playthrough that me and Josh had done, but instead I want to do it all over again because
I wouldn't put it past you, you cheaty fucker.
Yeah, unfortunately that already has the audio of us over top of it. So, but yeah.
Have we not resolved to change his online handle to Wheatley Kite?
I think that was the consensus.
There's actually a Kickstarter petition. If we can raise $100, then we will actually put forward the effort. But before then,
I've got $100 right here, right now.
We'll change it if he can. We'll change it if he can guess what my favorite part of space is.
I'm going to say the parts where there's nothing.
Nope. My favorite part of space is space.
Fucking idiot.
I've ruined everything already.
So,
That's why you keep your new name.
You can contact me at bestatSpace@gmail.com.
And if,
I am positive that's somebody's actual email address.
I was going to say, like, if somebody does not already have that, you better be registering that right now.
I can't. My computer's too slow to do both. Somebody register that for me, please. Josh, you have a fast computer, right?
I'm working on it.
Because I'm afraid if we ask Jones to do anything, it'll open a hellmouth.
It just might.
What? You think there already isn't one?
By the way, you can reach me at hellmouth@gmail.com.
That's alright. And I can tell you that much right now.
It's
It's hellmouth, not drunk mouth.
what about Trouty Mouth?
Fair enough.
so glad we are so very focused tonight and just, completely.
Oh, shut the fuck up! It's fucking Legend of Zelda. So you guys might have noticed that this game is made out of pixels. There were a lot of games back in this era that were made out of pixels. You might not know that. A parent, 3-year-old that has wandered onto YouTube and randomly clicked buttons that came up with this video.
You may not have also known that The Legend of Zelda is pretty bad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty rad, and I fucked that up. But hopefully you get the gist.
Son of a bitch.
You may also have noticed that Leonardo leads and Donatello does machines. Now, what you're seeing Kite do here is use the directional pads to move around the up, down, left, and right keys, which I believe move him up, down, left, and right, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you done being a shit? Has that happened yet? Or
I could keep going. Well, you know what? We'll take a vote. All for me not being a shit, please say aye.
It's unanimous.
All for me continuing to be a shit, please say aye.
Aye.
Milady.
I'm gonna count that as an aye.
Let's give a bit of history.
Oh, yeah. The Legend of
Alright,
Zelda, originally designed for the Famicom Disk System, that never really made it over here in America. So,
well, because we had the equivalent. We had the NES, or the closest American equivalent that we had. But it was released in 80s. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is not me being a dick. Why was the Famicom retooled so heavily for an American release? It's just it's baffling. To look at a superior a superior design. like, don't get me wrong, I have a soft spot in my heart for the old, the old hold 'em down, like big old cartridge thing. But the Famicom like works better in every way except for like controller cord length.
This is very true.
Well, that's a good question, actually. I know as far as the branding goes, part of it was that people wouldn't necessarily associate video games with like bullshit. If you call it an entertainment system as opposed to like a video game console, that was a thing. But that's a good question. I don't know why they didn't bring up over the same hardware. I'll have to look that up.
You guys are much better at like video games being like a researchable thing than I am. Is there any way you guys can find out in the next week?
Oh yeah,
is there any
absolutely.
way
I can
Possibly.
I've got I got a couple of history books I can read about this kind of stuff. So
I think a lot of it has to do with Nintendo's attempts to brand to an American market in a different ways. What with their attempts to brand along with Mattel and Atari during the 80s that never quite breached out. So, The Legend of Zelda was originally designed for the Famicom Disk System and used a lot of really revolutionary things for its time. For one, this is the first game that you could really think of that had a battery saved to it, which cartridge format allowed over game formats such as cassette tapes, which really actually revolutionized gaming at the time. There were no other games that did that. As well, enemies are actually allowed to move in a non-grid shape, though most of them do. You see things such as the rocks that fall on you will actually fall in a less than... they have their own... Yeah, they have their own algorithm for how they fall, which is different from anything else done at the time. Which is unique, interesting, different, and, yeah. But this laid out the whole course for the concept of the modern adventure game, as we like to think of it. And you wouldn't have games such as, like, The Binding of Isaac, or really most procedural Death Labyrinth games, as they call them now, which is the worst name I could possibly think of. But, Roguelikes, yes. But without this, you wouldn't have the roguelikes. And I'd really like to get into this room without dying, please. Thank you.
And then they shot a rock up your butt.
The worst to,
Hey, welcome back. Maybe.
I'm thinking not. So we lost a TV dinner so we could go look at a thing.
He went to go look at... You know what? You know what? That board game, it was totally Jumanji.
Oh, shit. Well, what have I done now?
And then Joan goes away.
And, yeah, so we're back to the original recording. Hey, Josh, isn't this great?
Yay!
It's 2013
Yay!
again. Did you know?
I did not, but I do not look forward to reliving this year.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite year ever, 2013. It did things.
Yeah, things happened. And stuff, and the fact that I can't remember most of them just because I have a terrible memory does not bode well.
I believe we call that getting old where I come from, so...
Well, I've been old all my life.
This is true.
Which...
And I've only been reminded of this because I crack nothing but dad jokes, apparently. That's,
It's all good.
Look, what's wrong with dad jokes?
Hey. Nothing. Absolutely nothing is wrong with dad jokes.
I'm sorry, if I can enjoy a good pun every now and again, rabble, rabble, rabble.
Exactly.
So what gets me about the first two dungeons, the first dungeon gives you the boomerang and the bow. And then the second...
And the butt.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, everyone
so it
just
wasn't
comes
Jumanji.
now.
The what?
You've all decided to come back at the same time, apparently.
Technical difficulties.
Well, there's no board game in my. There's the retro console, a large axe, a pirate flag, a scrap of paper with a quote on it that reads, "I'll be dead and cold in the ground before I recognize Missouri."
Oh,
What did Missouri
Wow.
ever do to you?
I'm not aware. I'm reporting what I found.
Okay.
A Gutsman button, half a bottle of antibiotics, a sandal, and, well, that's it.
Well, these are all certainly things. Oh god, this room.
Yay!
With half a heart.
Everyone
That's
rings.
not happening.
And now you're dead.
So what are we doing here? Rescuing some peaches, some Paulines.
Some delicious beer.
We're trying to get what is almost the worst payoff in the game, though.
Is it one of those different colored tunics?
No, it's the blue boomerang instead of. You get the boomerang in the first dungeon, and then you get the blue
In
boomerang.
the second one.
Yeah.
Snake.
So you immediately upgrade your boomerang.
There are 3 snakes. Snake. Snake.
Snake! I'm sorry, those are ropes, sir.
Get the quote, Joan. Get the fuck out of here.
hey, hey! You stealing my lines,
Hey.
man.
You were busy. You know we needed you on the ball with the get the fuck out of here.
Trying to fix whatever the fuck is wrong with my computer, which is everything.
While she does that, Josh, did you find out the answer to the best in space question?
Oh yes. Unfortunately, someone does already have that.
Even with underscores or dots or dashes?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Damn.
I know, right? I tried everything.
I kinda
I
wanna
tried another @ symbol, but it wouldn't let me do that.
We'll have to check with other email providers, but I don't know if in this day and age I believe in other email providers other than Google.
Yeah.
Well, it is, like, it defines who you are by what sort of email address you have. If you have a Hotmail account, you've done something wrong with your life. That's...
You have not moved on.
You're still stuck in 2002.
Exactly.
Like if you have a Yahoo mail account, you're a Nigerian prince.
Yep. One of many.
I do love them Nigerian princes.
One of so many. Nigeria is the Disney of princes.
So,
Oh.
you guys knock yourself out. I'm gonna write Cinema Snob fan fiction.
Why?
Because Brad has awesome chemistry
Why
with
not?
Sarah, who also is on 80s Dan and does some of the midnight screenings. So I'm gonna write a fan fiction where they're together, and they're all embarrassed and they can't spit out their feelings. And also Optimus Prime is there for no reason. You got Megatron, right? Name one of his evil plans that can be summed up in less than a paragraph.
I'm gonna leave that to Josh.
Oh, here, let me
because
relate to you some winners. Dress up as the Autobots to make the world believe they had gone evil, so he could get them on a spaceship and send them into the sun.
Impressive.
Well,
Continue.
it might be.
I'm
Or how about drain the energy out of the Earth's core using a complicated system of vacuums and crystals?
Seems legit.
crystals are the best science.
And here's their team. You got Soundwave, right? The guy who turns into a boombox. Well, technically he turns into a cassette recorder, but we won't get into that. Anyway, the Soundwave turns into a boombox. So he basically is like a team mom. He's like Robo-MILF, because he has a bunch of kids, but he's basically responsible for. And these team members, they never really contribute all of it. Let's look at some of the stellar cassettes he's got. Puma, who falls off of cliffs.
Puma already. Like I've seen that MST3K. I know.
The you got Puma. That was Ravage. You got Laserbeak and Buzzsaw, who were 2 robot vultures. Like, you picked the shittiest bird. You had Ratbat, who I really liked. Ratbat was a bat with a rat face, and he drank robots' blood. That guy was awesome.
I'm a little out of my league. I only watched Beast Wars.
Get the fuck out.
No.
I watched Transformers as a child, but asked me to remember anything about it.
I am
Starscream.
not ashamed. Starscream was such a... Like, who would keep Starscream on the team? Like, by 4th backstab, I would think Megatron would have learned his lesson.
Apparently not.
Nope. Not in the slightest.
Again, though.
Would anyone here be surprised that Starscream is probably my favorite?
No one is. But I will say, that's another thing that the movie got right. Optimus stays dead.
What?
Starscream gets his face blasted off completely. Also stays dead.
I can fully... I'm only a little ashamed to say, I can fully transcribe the 1986 animated Transformer movie from memory. In fact, Slacker Kite has seen me do at least the first 15 minutes to prove a point to one of our stupider friends.
See, now, hear me out on this. Don't judge me immediately. I don't like Transformers, but here's why.
Judged.
Hold on. I used to work at big name corporation. I don't want to throw any names out there, and we had to watch the first Transformers movie. I'm talking about the Michael Bay one on loop for 3 months. The 3 months that I worked there, nonstop. I mean, it was the only thing that the store was allowed to play because it was just released on DVD. So
was it a blue and yellow store?
No, it wasn't. It was a different one. But the point is,
give me the color pattern.
Let's go with red and white. I think, yeah, red and white.
Yep.
So the point is that now I cannot stomach the Transformers in any capacity because I had to watch that shit nonstop for months.
Joan has PSCD.
Man, fuck Blockbuster. I don't know, just fuck them. I hate them. I hate Blockbuster, and I'm glad they're dead. And if they had
I was going to say, I have good news for you.
If Blockbuster had a grave, I would piss on it. Because they drove out all of the lovely independent stores I remember in my youth, with their pornography sections and their weird Japanese import cartoons and their fine selection of horror movies.
Absolutely.
Where else was I supposed to find Sleepaway Camp? Damn it!
The same place you'd find Night Trap.
Your love is like a night trap.
You are going to die.
No, I'm not.
No, I think he was talking about the
Slender.
Night Trap song.
Oh, okay.
Is that
I'll live with.
Is that the starting sword?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still the starting sword. I probably should have upgraded before going to this place, and of course the last guy drops the timer. That's good.
Great.
Good.
I heard.
Not going to deal with this room.
I
Fuck this
heard.
room.
I heard in the manual it says you have no confidence in that sword.
He's got no confidence in a lot of things.
It's funny because it's true.
We're now reaching the open therapy session of the What Are We Fighting For?
It seems like this dungeon has a refreshing mint flavor.
It does. It's spearmint.
It is.
It's definitely spearmint.
No, if you lick the screen right now, you'll actually get a distinct flavor of toothpaste, which is delightful.
You're a fucking liar.
And when we go back outside, the snozzberries will taste like snozzberries.
You know where liars go, Slacker Kite?
Where do they go? To the pound?
No, he doesn't get space. And everyone knows that Josh is the best at space.
It's true. I'm a little jealous.
He does have that amazing space ability. Why am I going down here? There's
We
nothing
don't-
down here.
Yeah. She's going down. What? Ding!
I
She said down.
Joan,
What?
as a Valve fan lady, as
Sure.
a Valve lady fan,
Oh, now I'm worried.
is that not a good way to start a question?
Maybe it depends on the question, but go ahead.
And a good preface. No, what is your take on the theory that Wheatley was not evil or mean, but getting plugged into the GLaDOS port makes whatever core gets plugged into it bad?
Here's what I personally think. Which is a little redundant, but I feel like he was always outright, using you to leave the facility. Like he very much wanted to leave. He didn't want to have the responsibility. He was like, okay, let's work together, quote unquote, work together, and find a way out. I do feel that, given how Carolyn's personality seems to be, and then once she was, became GLaDOS and that whole thing happened, I do think it's just a matter of once you are hardwired into the Aperture Science computer tech like that, then it corrupts you. I don't think Whitley itself is a bad character. He's obviously inept, but a bad character, no. Because I feel like, once he was released,
You seem pretty apologetic.
oh yeah, I mean that's the whole ending scene. It was actually kind of sad. Like the whole thing, he just was like, I am sorry. Like I did not mean to do that. And he seemed to be very fond of Chell. He just, I have to agree that he got corrupted pretty much.